this video, we're going to plan out the week on one lined notes page in my Erin Condren monthly planner. Hi, I'm Kristen, and I love how functional planning helps me simplify my life as a solo parent and homemaker. If you're like me and you need a gentle reminder to just keep it simple, please make sure you're subscribed, and I'll be right back. Before we get started on this video, I just have to say that I forgot to clip on my mic before I started the video, and I didn't realize until I went to take it off of my shirt whenever I was done filming and it wasn't there. So the audio is going to be a little bit different. I'm sorry. This wasn't the first video I filmed today, and I got up and I came back and I just forgot that I took it off, and so sorry about that. But anyway, let's get on with the plan with me. All right, let's go straight into it. This is the previous week. This is the week we're currently in. I am filming on Friday right here. And let's see what we're doing. Let me pull these off. Well, I can pull this one off for next week. This is my cleaning checklist that moves from week to week with me. February is over. This was my no spend habit tracker. I'm going to leave this here, and we'll take the March one off because that will go on that week, and we'll leave the February one up there. And all of these things, I need to make sure to add this one to my checklist for next week, and these will probably get checked off this weekend, but this one, the tomatoes, I need to do. So a while back I was doing seeds, starting the seeds for those. I don't know if that's even in my planner or not. But I started the seeds sometime at the end of January, I think. And for some reason they just didn't work. I think they were too cold. I don't think I kept them as warm as they needed to be. Anyway, the seeds didn't work out, and so I ended up just buying some little tiny pepper plants. The grocery store I go to sometimes sells vegetable plants and herb plants and stuff right outside the front. And so when I went, I grabbed a bunch of peppers. So basically I just need to grab a couple of tomato plants. I still have tomato seeds, but I don't know. I don't want to deal with it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy the plants and call it a day. And anyway, so that I just need to make sure I add to my checklist for next week, and I think that should be everything, because all of these things have to happen this weekend, and if they don't need to happen next week. So well, the tennis would, but that's a payment we're definitely going to make, so no big deal. All right, so this is what the month looks like. We're planning for week 10. There's not much going on. There's picture day for my kid at school on Wednesday. Oh, and something else came up I need to add here, actually. Let's do that now, because then you can kind of see like how I do this when something comes up. So on Friday, my kid has I think I said Friday. On Tuesday the 5th, my kid has a presentation that's actually, it's a school thing, but it's like he's going to, and there's like an expo, and it's a field trip for him. I want to go to it and watch his presentation. So I am going to put that in, and I believe it starts at 9. So let's use the darker ones. I don't know. Well, let's see. Do I have a 9? I have a 9 in both colors. So I'm thinking we'll just do, I've used all of the colors, so it doesn't matter. I'll use these so I can finish the sheet faster. How about that? All right, so we'll do this here. And let me grab this, and I want to use the muted colors. So I need a 9 a.m. or just a 9 in general. And that fits like perfectly right here, and I love it. And then we'll just write GT Expo here. Okay. And let's put these back. Yeah, okay. There's a little lip on the back folder, and sometimes stuff gets caught on it. All right, so now we're back to March, and there shouldn't be anything else going on. I did forget to add this in my monthly plan with me. If you watched that, daylight savings. It was written here, before I redated my planner, I made it Monday start, and I whited everything out, but I didn't I didn't note that this day was daylight savings, and I actually saw that in someone else's plan with me, and I wish I remember who now. I just put them on and let them play, and so I don't remember whose it was, but whoever it was, thank you for talking about that in your video, because it reminded me that I didn't add that. So anyway, but yeah, nothing going on other than this day. I need to go to that, but yeah, we're good. We're having a pretty low-key week. Here is the dashboard. In the video after this that comes out on Friday, I will do this with you. And then we have the dashboard here, which I can actually write here some of the things that are going on. So I'm going to say 9 a.m. GT Expo. And I just realized I forgot to take a picture of the permission slip I signed yesterday with all the information on it. Oh no, about this. So I don't know his exact presentation time slot now, and I guarantee he doesn't. So, okay. Oh well, we'll just watch them all. No big deal. We'll find out when we get there, I guess. And then I didn't even write the date. I need to know the date here. March 5th, and that's a Tuesday. And then picture day is the 6th, and I need to order those pictures, so that can go on my checklist. And I don't know what he wants to wear, but I am sure it's not anything special. He usually just wears a hoodie, and that's fine, because for me, I don't dress him up or have him dress up, because he doesn't dress up ever anyway, and so I want the picture to represent like who he was at that period of time. Like when we're old and we're looking back at pictures, I want it to look like what he looked like on a regular basis in the 7th grade, you know? And so he can just wear his normal clothes and look his normal self and not, you know, get all dressed up. So I need to order those pictures, which I just do the digital. There's usually like a little, it's through Life Touch. I'm sure you're familiar. There's usually like a really inexpensive package that's just like a 5x7 and a couple of wallets, and then you get the digital thing, and that's usually what I buy. Okay, and then, so this is my no spend sticky note for the month of March, and in March, I am kind of really just doing a low spend. I printed the wrong template. Well, I printed the template with all of them, and then I put the green one, because I knew I wanted to use green for March. I put the green one over the no spend and printed it instead of the low spend, and so I'm just going to save the white low spend for a different month, so I don't have to reprint it, and it's not a big deal. So I'm going to fill this out real quick. I just wrote 16. Why do I do this? I can't talk and write at the same time, and yet I try every single week to talk and write at the same time. 13, okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't get off. Okay, 21. And so basically there are some things that I want to buy. I haven't really researched yet, and I just know that there's some shopping I want to do, and so I didn't want to commit to a no spend, but typically I'm a low spender anyway. I just buy groceries and pay for things we need for the house and my kid. I don't really go shopping. I used to be a shopper. I used to shop all the time. This isn't like a, shopping's bad or anything. It's just I don't anymore. I just have learned there's things I would rather save my money for or keep money for than other things. So basically, I think what I want to do here is I'm just going to check off the days I do not spend money on things that are not groceries and household items. And then I'll just write in the amount of money I spent on things if I do end up buying some things. yeah, so that's it. Not a big deal. I don't have any other notes here for March. Let me just write here, vegetable garden. Just so that when I look at this again, I'll think about it. So divide plants. So yeah, let me just put those there. I don't really have a set day I want to do that, and I also kind of don't really care if it never happens, so I didn't want to add it to the actual to-do list. And then next month, let's put on here, I need to remember that in April is the Erin Condren Life Planner launch, and that tends to get to be like a busy time for me. Go Wild is also next month, and I am like almost certain I'm not going. It's in Dallas. I can drive up, and so that's kind of why I'm just kind of keeping it on the list just in case. I don't know yet. I'm sure Erin Condren will do some kind of EC Squad event, and I would like to go to that if maybe they do that on a day that I can make it work. I don't know. But so that way, basically I'm just saying, like, let me just keep that in mind so that if I'm making plans, yeah. But I do know that in April, my kid has an orthodontist appointment. Let me move this while I'm thinking about it. We just went to the orthodontist yesterday, so it's still on my mind. On the 18th, and that's like the week, that's after Go Wild, right? Isn't Go Wild like this week? Or is Go Wild this week? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, we'll just put that, ortho. So those are some things just to remember whenever I'm thinking about things. And that's kind of how I use my dashboard throughout the month. Usually I'm not filming whenever I do this kind of stuff. It's just like when things come up, I write it down. Like last night, whenever I got that permission slip for the thing on Tuesday, I would have written it in here directly, but we were doing something else, and so I didn't. And anyway, that's just how I do it. So I thought, why not show you how that works? And then now we will plan out the week. So let's get this going, and I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to use this Papermate Flare again. This came from the Candy Pop set. I don't know what color it is. It's just a dark gray. I don't even know if flares have color names or not, but whatever. It's just the dark gray that came out of that set that I got at Walmart. And I'm going to draw my grid out here, which I'm going to do my 1/4 inch dot, and then I'm going to do my 3 inch dot, and do that again at the top so that I can make a relatively straight line. I don't care about it being perfect here, so if it's off a little bit and not super straight, I don't care. You know me, I don't care. And then we'll go like this and connect those dots, and then we'll do the horizontal lines. I like that this is gray and not black, and it kind of isn't, the contrast isn't as harsh on the eyes, and it just kind of blends into the background, and it helps it feel a little more calm, I think. All right, so then we skip 4 lines, and I'm left-handed, so I do it this direction. I don't think I've ever acknowledged that before, but that's just how it works for me for being left-handed. I'm sure righties would start over here and go this way, but I do everything backwards being a left-handed person. I used to cut fabric for a living. I had a fabric shop, a quilt shop on Etsy. And anytime people would see me cutting fabric using my big ruler and my rotary blade, they'd be like, what do you do? Like, why are you doing that backwards? I don't know. It was just a system I developed. Basically, I would cut this same way. And so I don't know if you know anything about quilting, you probably know how to use a rotary blade and a big ruler and a cutting mat and all that to do that. And I guess it seemed weird to people that I was cutting on this side of the ruler and not the other side of the ruler. I don't know. I didn't use the ruler to measure things. I used the mat to measure things. And so it didn't really change anything to me, but I guess to other people it just looked so weird and backwards, like I was cutting off the wrong piece of fabric or something. I don't know. Anyhow, now we have that, and I am going to have to write out the days of the week and the dates without talking because, like I said, I always mess up whenever I'm writing and talking. What day does Monday start on week 10? The 4th. All right. I should have highlighted something here to make it look cute before writing, but I didn't, so oh well. Okay, so that's the usual grid, and let's get these, we'll just put them here so they don't get bent up by the book. All right. I mentioned that I want to make sure not to forget to write something on my to-do list. What was that? That was in week 9. See, these are a bunch of pages I haven't used, and I think I want to start using them for different projects instead of putting the projects on my dashboard. But anyway, I want to put tomato plants up here before I forget. Tomatoes. And what else do I normally do? How do I normally go and write out what's happening each day. So Tuesday the 5th at 9 a.m. we have the GT Expo, and then Wednesday the 6th is picture day. And then we have the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, which I should have the times up here in the front. Qualifying is on Friday at 11 a.m., so let's put that in. I'll write filming because I normally film on Fridays. So let's write that first. I can get some filming done before I take a break and watch Quali. And then on Saturday, 11 a.m. But normally on Saturday I have groceries delivered. So I'm going to put that first. And that window for delivery is always 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's the one I always pick. And then it's 11 a.m. is the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. That's it, I believe, for the things that, oh, and daylight savings is on the 10th. So let's put that here. We'll just put spring forward. And this is food prep day. So that is the schedule for now. And spring forward, let's say, let's just put on here change clocks, because that's the task that goes with that. And I'll put Sunday in parentheses. And I need to order groceries. And I guess that is really it. Oh, so one of the things I need to do, I need to finish my pantry, which is a project here. And I said I want to set up the projects pages, and I haven't done that yet. And so it's kind of making it difficult to look and see all of the tasks that I need to do over the course of the month to get that project done. But I do know I want to clean out the cabinets that I'm going to move my pantry to. So I don't have a whole ton of space here, so I'm just going to write pantry cabinets. right now those cabinets are full of like little small appliances and some overflow, like casserole dishes and stuff like that. I want to clean all that out, see if I need to declutter anything, and then the next step after cleaning them out is to change out the shelf paper. So actually, let me write shelf paper on the list as well in case I do get to that. I hate doing shelf paper, so I should probably keep that on my mind to make sure I just do it. And so that's some tasks for that project. I don't want to add too many. And then let's do the high yield savings account. And for that, I just need to actually just like apply for it, I guess you could say. So which is just giving them my information and saying, hey, can I open this? And then they say yes, and then we decide what to do from there. And so that's just the first step, and that's a super small step that's easy to do. And I've done my command center, and I have started my digital declutter. Oh, I need to do wallpapers. I'm going to do that this weekend, and the inboxes I will do this weekend. Let me write those on this list, actually, because I'm still working on that. I had digital declutter on there. Did I do that? No, I didn't. Why did I check that off? I think I checked it off because I started it and I decided that was enough. Let's just put on here, I need to do my work hard drive, because I did start the other ones. And then that way I know that it's not really done, but there's just a little bit more I need to do. And this weekend we'll do the wallpapers, because today is March, so I can change all my February wallpapers. I'll do that later when I'm like taking a break. Wallpapers. And all right. Inboxes, I'll do. I don't really have anything in my inboxes. I recently did them. Let's just check that off, because it's essentially done. And then my husband's going to do the filters and stuff this weekend. And so that's technically here. So let's put that on this list so that I can make sure to add it to his list for him being home this weekend. And then I can cross them off. I'm not going to add him to next week's list, because by the time I'm working with that list, he's already gone. So fridge filter, which I actually typically do, but I need to make sure that gets done this weekend. Okay. All right, so that is good. And makeup brushes, coffee pot, kettle, the car. I'm not going to get a car wash. It's pollen season. Spring cleaning. That's not a project. That's not like when you see people like, oh, let me do this big spring clean. I'm just going to clean things more in depth than I normally clean them that are on my normal list of cleaning. So I'm not really even going to add anything about that. And I think we are good to go. If we go out this weekend, I'll look for some more tomato plants. And my husband's going out. My husband and my son are going to have like a guy day this weekend. And so I'll have him look if he goes to a store that sells them. And then if not, I will look for some on Tuesday when I go out. What else? I think that's it. I think that's all I need to add. I just keep looking because I feel like there's something missing and I don't know what it is. But I guess I'll figure it out soon. So anyhow, that is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked it, please consider subscribing, because I post functional planning videos on my channel a couple times a week, and I would love to see you in the next one. Until then, embrace your imperfections, and just be you. Bye.